Another year has come and gone, and as I reflect on our 2014-15 fiscal year, I am inspired by the important role that Calgary Legal Guidance plays in the lives of vulnerable individuals and families in our community. At CLG, I'm surrounded by extraordinary individuals, people who work selflessly and passionately for what they believe in: the right to equality, safety, poverty reduction, accessibility, and the right to stand up against injustice. At CLG, we put our clients first. The people we serve are at the heart of everything we do.
As a frontline organization, we recognize that there are significant variables that are often outside of people's control that factor into where they start life and how their journey continues on. Complex social issues such as poverty, domestic violence, homelessness, disabilities, mental health, or even language and cultural barriers, all that can act as contributing factors for people's basic human rights to not be recognized or met. We live in a society that disproportionately targets, marginalizes, and prosecutes individuals who struggle with complex needs and issues, through perceptions and misconceptions, through judgment and blame. Many vulnerable in our society are shamed, shut down, and left in isolation and without support.
When someone makes the decision to leave a situation of family violence, safety is not the only thing he or she has to consider. Rather, the barriers to creating a life outside of the home they've known can feel insurmountable. Factors like housing, employability, income, and the best interests of children weigh heavily on top of fears for safety. The Family Law Program at CLG assists male and female survivors of family violence and provides access to social and legal resources. The program has assisted with mobility applications, which allow the person leaving the domestic violence to relocate and be closer to their supports. We have helped partners receive child and spousal support, orders of protection, or exclusive possession of the home so families can live independent of abusers. We have also attended court as an emotional support for those who have testified against abusers. Through these supports, the Family Law Program helps survivors find stability and regain power and control in their lives.
Newcomers face many barriers in Canada, and applying for citizenship and sponsorship can be difficult, especially when there is a language barrier. I came to CLG as I had previously applied to sponsor my spouse to become a Canadian citizen and was refused. When you are a person going up against a system, it can be scary and daunting. I didn't know what to do and felt powerless. CLG supported me. They helped me fill out my paperwork and helped me explain to Immigration Canada the details of my circumstances and why. For the best interests of my children. We needed to be here as a family. With the legal support that I was given and the guidance on how to fill out my forms, my application was accepted and we are living as a Canadian family.
A client who came to CLG was older and ill in health. She was seeking information on what to do as she had an underage child whose father was attempting to gain custody. She had concerns for the safety and well-being of her daughter and was fearful that in her death her daughter would go to the father. We supported our client and drafted a will appointing guardians for the child and set out the client's instructions regarding the child's education. We also drafted a statutory declaration explaining why the client did not want the father to gain custody. The document can be used as evidence by the child's guardian if the father starts a court application for custody after the client's death. Knowing this, the client was relieved that in the face of her own mortality, she was able to assert some control over her daughter's future.
At CLG, the people that often come to us for support in the Social Benefits Advocacy Program have applied many times for financial government programs, but have been denied or turned away. They don't know what to do, and often they are barely able to survive on what little income they may have coming in or stowed away. Oftentimes, they are desperate as they lack the ability to provide the very basics for themselves, for example, food, clothing, and shelter. They are overwhelmed by the rules and the bureaucracy of government processes.
A woman came to our evening clinic after being evicted from her apartment. She had multiple criminal charges and tickets. She was homeless and very confused with how to address her legal issues. By taking the time to understand her needs, we were able to advocate on her behalf and request additional support and services. Our client was accepted into a court diversion program where she received mental health support. Her charges were withdrawn, so she was able to avoid a criminal record. She was able to apply for new housing and is living safely and is flourishing.
The Indigenous Law Student Program is a really important initiative, as through this program we are working to foster healthy relationships between CLG and Indigenous community while building trust within the community to feel safe around accessing legal support. This program gave me the platform to share within the legal profession issues that are of importance to Indigenous persons, barriers that Indigenous persons experience, and how to create equitable and welcoming places for Aboriginal people to access services.
It is with honor and absolute privilege that I get to work alongside my leadership team, the CLG staff, board of directors, community volunteers, and funders. Individuals who have a shared purpose, shared learning, shared vision, and shared passion to help make people's lives better and create a world where there is justice for all. This is what makes the work we do and the people who are doing it amazing. I thank all of you for being a part of this, for working together on something that is not only important but necessary. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The destiny of human rights is in the hands of all of our citizens and all of our communities." We are a community at CLG. We have big goals, and sometimes they may seem out of reach, but we work hard every day, striving to do more and striving to do better. I look forward to continuing the journey, working together as we continue to support our community members and empower lives through law.